February 7th. Never mind, it's February 8th. My apologies. Fate 9 Neo. I have no idea what that means. Fate 9 Neo. Sounds like some sort of weird secret code for the, I don't know, the Freemasons or something. I'm dreaming. It must, because my blood is feverish and my entire body is throbbing. Something I'd rather not have to remember plays out in my dream. This is my oldest memory. It's also a memory I can't escape. It's a scene from 10 years ago, and one I usually try not to think back on. I can't ever erase it from my memory, though. It's not that I forgot. It's not even that I want to forget. It's just that it's already happened. So it's not especially painful. And I don't really feel all that angry about it either. The past is the past. I can't return to it. I can't redo it. All that happened is that I escaped and lived on. Looking forward is all I can do. Nobody told me to do that, but I've thought about that, even if just vaguely, since I was a kid. I can't forget or deny the past. The only way to keep the memory of what we lost alive is to acknowledge it. It's hot. I wake up to find my body is still burning up. I must have wound up falling asleep out in the cold air last night. Inside the stimulant shed with me and... Saber? What are you doing here? You've woken, Shiro. I do not mind you sneaking away from your room, but I do not approve of you sleeping in a place like this. Morning. Well, I was burning up last night, and when I went outside, I got sleepy. You know how it is. And yeah, I couldn't use the AC. Let's not be ridiculous now. I can see that. You do not have to explain yourself, but please do be careful next time. My master sleeping in such a place puts me in an awkward position. Sorry. I'll try to sleep in my own room next time. That would be very helpful, yes. By the way, Shiro, Taiga has been calling for you for a while now. Fujini? What's she wants? It may be about breakfast. It is long past breakfast time. How long? I mean, there's birds chirping, so it can't be that long. Eh? What? It's already past 7? Crap, I overslept. Yes, it is quite unusual for you to be the last to wake up. Your training with Rin last night must have affected you rather a lot. Saber provides a calm analysis of the situation. Right, yeah, the training with Rin. I see. We did something with, like, my magic something. Magic crest, I would say? But I don't have time for idle chit-chats. I know you went out of your way to wake me up, but go on back ahead of me. I'll hurry up and get changed and head to the kitchen. Very well. I'll do what I can to calm Taiga down. Saber turns and heads back to the house. Calm Fujini? Saber sure has adapted well to our morning routine. I dash to the kitchen. I ignore Fujini's jeers and prepare breakfast as quickly as I can. Sorry to keep you waiting. There's not much time before school starts, so hurry up and eat. I plop breakfast onto the table. What? Suddenly... What the hell is this? Fujini explodes, practically spitting fire. Did I do something wrong? Did I burn the toast or something? What is this? It's just toast! Shiro, why is this all there is for breakfast today? Hey, I mean, toast is honestly not a very good breakfast, but It's food, it's calories. You know, a calorie is a calorie, is it not? Hey, I overslept. I don't have time to make anything else. And a breakfast with toast is typically just that. It's just missing salad and eggs, so that's not a huge difference. Here's a big difference! Everyone else agrees, right? Fuji tries to appeal to Saber and Tosaka, who both eat in silence. Hey, you know, if the quality of your breakfast is that important to you, you could make it yourself, you know. I'm not your paid live-in chef. This isn't going to go in her favor. Neither of them is as gluttonous as Fujini. She's barking up the wrong tree. She may be right. I'm not Miss Fujimura, but I don't know if I can tolerate such laziness. I can only assume you're insulting bread as a breakfast choice. Hey, wait a minute. I thought she didn't eat breakfast to begin with. How can you be so opinionated on something you don't partake in? Now why is she sighing all disappointed? That's way out of character. I don't think I've even seen this portrait of her before. This sprite. See, everyone thinks you're in the wrong. Majority rules here, so you'd best think on what you've done, then make a proper breakfast for us. Well, I invoke the castle doctrine and say that, you know, my house, my rules. My house, my breakfast decisions. That's so unfair. Besides, if I start making a dish now, you're going to be late, Fujini. It's already 7:30, so you need to do the whole running out of the house with a piece of toast hanging from your mouth thing. Give it up. Fine, if I have to choose between being late or being hungry, I choose breakfast. Alright, you got like a job to hold down? Are you sure that's wise? That's nuts! What kind of teacher even are you? Just eat your toast and go to school. I absolutely refuse to make anything else, even if it kills me. Jeez, you really do get worked over nothing. Keep talking like an old man and you'll become one real quick. It's not how time or aging works, for your information. You don't need to remind me. Thanks to you, I'm practically an old man already. I often take a bite of toast. Okay, she might be right. There is something kind of sad about there being so many people here and then only having toast for breakfast. But I'm sticking to my guns, dang it. The sounds of clashing shinai echo through the dojo. Each bout goes essentially the same as they had the days before. Saber casually sweeps my desperate strikes aside and counterattacks far more effectively. I barely manage to block and continually strike back, only for Saber to riposte, and I lose. Every time. I stop, breathing heavily, shoulders heaving. Wiping sweat from my brow, I work to get my breathing under control. Why are you resting? You would not have given up so quickly yesterday. Come, attack me quickly. Well, I think I'm starting to learn the lesson you've been literally beating into me the last couple days, namely that I don't have a chance, so why even bother trying? Hold on, I need to catch my breath. A little break, please? This is so unlike you. If you'll not attack, then I will come at you. You do not mind, do you? Saber stares down at her. Poor student. My body just won't listen, no matter how she looks at me. What has gotten into you, Shiro? You are like a different person than you were these past days. The way you struck at me so fiercely and determinedly amazed me. But today I feel nothing of that strength. I mean, I'm getting a bit tired. We've done this like several days straight. Like, don't we need rest days to be able to work out efficiently? Like, if you just do the same thing every day as a workout routine, then your muscles don't get time to recover, and you just end up... It's ineffective. I know that. I really do. I just can't do almost anything today. My situation has drastically changed since yesterday. Is your body still burning? That is no excuse for your movements becoming sluggish. You must cool your head and refresh your mindset. I mean, having a bit of a fever is a perfectly valid explanation for, not being as great physically. Well, before I do that, can you do something about that first? I point toward our audience standing by the wall. Wait, do we have an audience? Ah. Well, don't mind me. Just continue your training. Tosaka doesn't get it. I can't concentrate on fighting Saber with her staring at me like that. I feel like I'm being judged. Is there a distraction? That is only further proof of your need for training. Very well then, I shall make it so that you need not worry about observers. How? Whoa, hold up, Saber. I still haven't got my breath. That'll not be an issue. Breathing is something you will simply adjust to during battle. Saber suddenly vanishes. Ugh. The moment I realize I'm in danger and raise my shinai to guard my face, Saber strikes you right on the head. It was a rough morning, to say the least. After getting knocked out, I stopped worrying about Tosaka watching. My focus went entirely to blocking Saber's attacks. And the next thing I knew, it was lunchtime. And I probably had a concussion, but surely that won't be a problem later on. Seriously, you're so composed. 3 hours of fighting Shiro, and you aren't the least bit ruffled. You're usually pretty quiet, but you're much more so in battle. You're almost robotic. Oh, she was complimenting Saber, not me. Fair. I'm not sure if it's because she enjoyed seeing me getting knocked around, but Tosaka's in good mood. The two are resting in the living room. As for me, I'm preparing lunch by myself, as punishment for my lax approach to training this morning. Unbelievable. I want to just make something easy, like cold somen noodles. Never heard of that before. Is that similar to ramen noodles? Maybe? Sounds similar. Back at the Fate Grant. Indeed we are. Indeed we are. Robotic, you say? You may be correct. It is not something I have ever been conscious of. But perhaps I shut off my emotions while I wield a blade. My approach should not change, whether in true battle or simple practice. Yeah, I gotta practice as if it were the real thing. It's how you build up your skills. Oh, is that a mindset you employ as a woman wielding a sword? Are you trying to use your mental state to compensate for your inferior physique? No, Rin. Maintaining one's composure is a key part of battle. It matters not whether you're a man or woman. I believe you also shut off your emotions in battle, Rin. I know you are the type who can do so. Huh. You don't have to just blurt it out, you know. Well, it's true, but you and I are different. What I try to shut off is my tendency to be too soft and see things in such logical, abstract terms as you do. It appears that way, which is why you are so showy and splendid. You're able to maintain your feminine grace even in battle. Are you being sarcastic? I can't come near you in terms of grace. I don't mind admitting it since Shiro is out of earshot, but I was amazed at how beautiful you are the first movement I saw you. Or first moment I saw you, there you go. I can hear you, Tosaka. I've got pretty good hearing, as it turns out. You mistake me then. If you see grace in me, then you are simply seeing the elegance associated with the saber class, rather than my physical appearance. That's not true. I really thought that, as a woman, I couldn't even begin to compete with you. I wouldn't have been so shocked otherwise. And that is where you are mistaken. I've never thought of myself as a woman, and I've never been treated as one. I therefore cannot be so elegant as you seem to believe. Rin is a saber simp. It would appear so. I mean, who wouldn't be? She's, you know, very competent with the blade, but also elegant as well. Saber's words bring the conversation to an end. As I listen in, kitchen knife in hand, I find myself getting irritated by what Saber's saying. I wonder too, because Rin was attempting to summon Saber specifically at the beginning. So I wonder if she's still kind of beating herself up over that of like, dang it, I could have had this! This is what I missed out on! Instead of this archer dude who's still recovering from an injury he sustained like a week ago. From Saber, no less. I've always wondered, what does she think she is? I chop the chicken a bit harder than I need to. For some reason, I'm annoyed. I've never thought of myself as a woman. Huh, not that it has anything to do with me. I slam my knife down onto the cutting board as if it were a hammer. Am I using a cleaver? Because if not, that's generally not the correct form. Especially cutting chicken. It doesn't help me feel any better. So, this is today's task. I brought more than yesterday, and it seems like your body's calmed down, so you'll probably get it right this time. I have no idea how she carried them here, but Tosaka reveals about 40 lamps. Like just normal lamps, like for lighting. Poor Archer. Hasn't done anything yet? You saying Archer's catching strays here? Well, exactly. He hasn't done anything yet. maybe you should do something, and I'll respect him as a servant. I'm going to step outside for a bit. I'll be back in a little while, so I expect you to be done by the time I'm back. Tosaka leaves her room. Alright. It's only been a night, but I hope I can succeed at least a couple of times. Why does Rin have 40 lamps? I think I'm supposed to be strengthening them. And they're not that expensive. And she's very wealthy, so she comes from money, so I imagine it's not too big an ask. I do wonder why lamps specifically, though. I think I got half done. It took an hour to work on strengthening about 20 lamps. Half of them shattered, and nothing at all happened to the other half. Well, in that case, I wouldn't say I'm half done. I'd say I failed 50% of the task and have yet to succeed at any of the task. Yeah. Of those that didn't change, maybe 5 look like they'd been infused with magical energy. Now for the remaining 20. Hold on. Wouldn't 5 be enough for a test? All the lamps look to be antiques. Okay, I take back what I said. Why the heck was she using antique lamps? That is needlessly expensive. I assume, anyway. Like, just buy the great value lamps from Walmart or something, or the Amazon Basics. We didn't need to get antiques. Or if you needed something fragile, just like buy a whole bunch of drinking glasses. Those are fragile. Anyways, I feel bad about breaking more of them. Huh. Yeah. I'll go call Tosaka, or I'll wait patiently. I'll be honest, I'm not quite certain what the decision here is. Because it seems like, am I done strengthening the lamps in either case? And I'm just deciding whether I'm going to proactively be like, hey, Tosaka, I think I'm done here. You want to come check on my work? Versus, yeah, I'll just wait for it to show back up. Enjoy a little rest from the work while I wait. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd probably go call. Like, if that's the decision, presuming that's the decision, and the decision is not go call Tosaka to call it quits early versus finish up with the lamps. Because wait patiently does not, to me, sound like finish up with the lamps. Like, I'm trying to think, what's the reason to not call Tosaka here? Just enjoy some peace of mind? Rifle through her belongings while she's absent? One choice gives you critical info and one skips it. Well, that's grand. Look, again, I think I don't see a good reason to not call Tosaka here. Really. Like, I don't see what waiting achieves. Just waiting for it to show up, like, several minutes later. Besides, she likes a proactive student, no? Rin seems like the type of person to have a bag of holding but only keep lamps in it. Yeah, she's quirky like that. Well, we'll go talk to Tosaka, I think. Again, I'm running the simulations in my head, and I don't see what waiting actually achieves. I should go call Tosaka back. Right, especially with waiting being the verb. Like, if it was, look around her room while I wait for her to arrive. Now we got something. If it's finished strengthening the lamps, yeah. Let's be diligent. But if it's just waiting patiently, just sitting around, doing nothing, yeah. Anyways, I should call Tosaka back. I shouldn't break any more lamps. Actually, I really shouldn't be talking big after breaking over 40 lamps. I think as a general rule of thumb, like, I'm the protagonist here of this here experience, and people like active protagonists. When I have the chance to be active, I should take it, I think. Hey, Tosaka. I call out to her, but there's no answer. That's weird. Did she step out of the house? Where else might Tosaka go? And there's a whole city, probably a fun nightlife and whatnot, but she doesn't seem like the fun-loving type of girl. She's the type of girl who's studying for next semester on December 31st. There's someone in the shed. It sounds like Tosaka and Saber are talking inside. Hey, Tosa! The instant I lift a hand to call out to her, a chill runs up my spine. I think it's because I can feel Tosaka's magical energy seeping from the shed. It pulses with enmity. What the? I immediately stop calling for her. Even from here, I can tell Tosaka is agitated. But I can hear the two of them talking. Before I know it, I'm eavesdropping. What's up with him? Tosaka sounds both angry and nervous. Saber stands silently behind her. I don't believe it, Saber. Did you know about this? No, I did not. I am a knight, not a mage. I only felt something was amiss. I do not understand the situation as well as you, Rin. Oh no, they're discovering that I'm a fraud? I see. Let me tell you, he's no mage. What do you mean by that? I mean what I said. Magecraft is ultimately equivalent exchange. Now what kind of mystics you're talking about. All it does is take something from somewhere else and put it to use. But this is different. He's creating something from nothing. He's taking something that shouldn't exist and giving it shape. Oh wait, I'm not a fraud! I'm like an anti-fraud. I'm like the early 20th century magician where you like investigate how they do the tricks and it turns out, wait a minute, they actually are just communing with the devil himself or something. This is a concept encroaching on reality itself. So basically I'm violating the laws of thermodynamics is what I'm gathering from this. His Magecraft, it's nothing but a degraded version of it. No, degraded? That's the word you're using to describe my Magecraft? Degraded? I have no idea what Tosaka is saying. But I definitely shouldn't be listening in on the two of them. Why not? It's your house. I walk away from the shed. I'll be lying to Tosaka, but I should go back to her room and pretend I was waiting for her to come back. It's 2 o'clock. There's no sign of Tosaka returning, so I just focus on finishing my assignments. Oh, the phone's ringing? The ring just reaches my ears from elsewhere in the house. Right, forgot for a second. 2004, home phones are like actually a legitimate, like normal thing to have. It's in the living room. Tosaka can... No, she won't dare pick up a phone in someone else's house. She hasn't made herself at home to that extent, surely. I doubt it's an important phone call, but I shouldn't ignore it. I stand up and head to the living room to answer the phone. Well, see, I'm not sure if Satoshiro is dense. I think he's overly polite in certain respects. It's the same sort of deal with like his like overly chivalrous nature, despite the fact that all the women around him are infinitely more capable in high stakes combat situation than him. Okay, maybe that's selling him a bit short. At least by an order of magnitude or two, I'd say. Anyways, I'm gonna go answer the phone. There's nobody in the living room. Saber and Tosaka must be in the courtyard. Hello, Emiya residence. Hey there, Emiya. I hear you're not at school again today. Are you sick or something? All of a sudden, Shinji's voice sounds from the other end of the line, heavy with barely restrained laughter. Is that you, Shinji? What do you want? I don't think we have anything to talk about. Why the cold reception? I thought I'd call you to tell you something. Tell me something? Yeah. There was something I wanted to tell you, but you haven't been to school. I don't want to drag this out, so I called. Couldn't wait any longer. Is Tosaka around? I mean, you probably should have called her if you wanted to reach her, but yeah, she's around. Shinji sounds kind of odd. He seems weirdly excited. I can hear other students in the background, so he must still be at school. It's a little past 2. 5th period should be over, so I think it's break time right now? Hey, are you listening, Emiya? Is Tosaka there or not? Not right now. She's just stepped away. Okay, great. I wanted to talk to you. I'm going to tell you something real good. So why don't you come to school right now? But come without telling Tosaka. Obviously. Okay, so we should definitely bring Saber. But knowing Emiya, we're not going to bring Saber. So I love walking into obvious traps. I don't know how to respond to that. Shinji's acting weird, and we're already talking. I don't see any reason to go all the way to school, and if I take off that tongue to Sokka, it'd feel like a betrayal. Sorry, but I can't go to school. If you have something for me, it'll have to wait until next week. I'll go back to school after the weekend. Huh. Who put you in charge? And that'll be too late. I just said I can't wait any longer. Shinji's yelling now. He must be really excited because I can hear his heavy breathing over the phone. So you're finally using your head. Yeah, you're right. There's no way you would come on your own at this point. This whole conversation's pretty suspicious, so of course you'd think it was bad news. His tone shifts entirely and he even starts laughing. Hold on a minute, calm down. You're acting real strange, Shinji. I don't know what happened, but... Don't lie, Emiya! Knowing Tosaka, I bet she told you everything. You don't need to hide it from me. Yeah, you're Saber's master after all. That means you're much, much more of a murderer than I am. Did Saber do something while I was not paying attention to her? Shinji seems to be enjoying himself. I've known him for about 5 years now, but I've never seen him so wound up. Like, we never played Mario Party or nothing. Shinji, are you... Just come to school, okay? And hurry, Emiya. You should be able to make it by 6th period. It's Fujimura's class anyway, so you won't get in trouble for being a bit late. Well, even Fujini would get mad if we were late for a class. And I might get even more of an earful if I showed up, or if I only showed up for 6th period rather than just missing the whole day. That's your own fault. Oh, and if you tell Tosaka, then I'm ending our friendship. For real. I turned a blind eye to the whole Sakura thing. You can at least fulfill your obligations as a friend in the end. Right? Our conversation ends there. I don't think I've ever heard that specific, like, hang-up tone whenever I've called anyone. I think I saw, like, a video essay once about that, and apparently I think it's, like, exclusive to, like, a specific geographic region that happens to have a lot of cultural influence, I think. I don't know. Or maybe just the way the old technology used to work. Anyways, all I hear is the buzzing electronic tone from the receiver. What's with him? But what should I do? Tosaka should be in the house, but I don't see her anywhere. And if I go to school, I can't bring Saber. But then, if I don't do what Shinji asks, I'm worried what he might do. He's probably agitated because of that merciless rejection Tosaka gave him yesterday. If I ignore him, he might get violent with Sakura again. Well, it's still bright out, so it shouldn't be an issue. As everyone knows, people who are contending for, you know, a magical artifact that can grant any wish, they don't murder people in broad daylight. You know, people who are desperate to win and, you know, win this whole contest. A little sunlight is gonna stop them as surely as it stops a boo in a Mario game, because sometimes the lights kill boos in Mario games. Anyways, vampire! Why did I say vampire? That's a way better reference. Come on, brain. Think. Anyways, I should hurry now that I've made a decision. I've been playing too much Mario Party recently. If I hurry, I should be able to make it by 6th period. There's nobody at the school gate. From the outside, it looks like the school is deserted since class is in session. Maybe there's no physical education class either, since there's nobody in the courtyard either. Oh, wait, also, I just straight up go and didn't even get a choice. Okay, well. Let's see what Shinji has in store for us. What day is it? It's February 8th, I believe. Or November 12th. Well, that's going to change in a few minutes. Or possibly November 13th for any Europeans watching. Day 9? Yeah, I think it was something 9. When 6th period is over, school's out. The campus and exits will be overflowing with people on their way out. So, hopefully, in that case, he won't pull anything in the midst of a massive crowd of witnesses. I head up to the 3rd floor. Those vampires are technically in this series. What isn't in this series? I feel like everything. I feel like the random commenters who actually know about Fate, like, and everything seems to be in the series to some extent or another. Anyways, there's nobody in the hallway either. And what are you going to tell me next? That, who knows, maybe one of the servants in one of the spin-offs is, Oppenheimer. That would be interesting. That'd be an interesting take. Anyways, everyone must be in their classroom, so I feel a little awkward walking into Class C. And I'm sure you guys are typing right now, well, technically Oppenheimer isn't, but actually, Fat Man, the bomb itself is. Well, it's not like I'm going to be completely conspicuous, so I should hurry to the classroom. Class C is down the hall. Right now I'm in front of Class H, which is closest to the stairs, so there are 5 classrooms between me and my destination. I should probably actually pay attention to this because this is suspiciously detailed in terms of describing the area, which tells me maybe it's going to be relevant in a second in terms of the physics of a battle, maybe. Not the physics, but the logistics of a battle. So yes, I'm in front of Class H, which is closest to the stairs, so there are 5 classrooms between me and my destination, which is Class C. Okay. And a classroom in Japan, as we all know, is X amount of meters long. I'm gonna say 30 meters, maybe, we'll say. Like, I'm looking at that. Maybe between 30 and 20 meters. If I can sprint a meter in, say, I go 0 to, like, 10 meters in, like, oh, that should only be, like, 3 or 4 seconds. Then that means I can probably get from where I'm going to the other place if I run full sprint for, like, yeah, maybe, like, 15 seconds. Okay, okay. Got a lay of the land. A wave of dizziness slams into me. Great. What did I tell you, chat? What did I tell you? My entire body is also overcome with nausea. Ugh. My stomach churns. My senses are going completely haywire. Red floods my vision, as if blood were seeping into my eyes. The temperature around me hasn't changed, but my body is suddenly unbearably hot. What the hell is this?